Okay. Now we can.
Ready?
Yep, I'm all good to go on my end. Just had to do a quick.
Oh, nice.
Huh?
Is that a jacket and a shirt, or is it all one
It
thing?
Nah, it's separate. Hang on, I'll step back.
Who is that in the? Oh my god! Where did you get that?
On an undisclosed website.
That looks like it comes from an undisclosed website. Hey guys, and welcome back. We have a special episode of the podcast today, off the pitch, the official podcast of Soccer Shop. It's me,
Yes.
Sarah, and Tyler.
Yes. This is the Christmas version of me. It's the same, but I just am in a Christmas jacket. So,
Yes, that's a
yes.
very, very festive
Yes, feeling
jacket.
festive. We got it's coming up this week. Depending on when
Yeah,
you're watching this, and maybe you're watching it after Christmas, then you would have already. Either way, it's the holiday
yeah,
season, so we got to
yeah,
spice it up. Yes, and we are coming to you remotely from
yeah,
two undisclosed locations,
yeah.
and that's on purpose
Yeah.
because yes, it's a very special episode, and so we wanted to sort of capture the feel
Yeah.
of how we've been watching the World Cup.
Yep.
Because this is our World Cup recap episode of Off the Pitch. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll insert some claps there. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, so we are now just over 24 hours removed
Mhm.
from the World Cup final,
Yes.
and I'm
Oh my
still
God.
recovering.
Yes. Me too. I think we've watched it 3 times today.
Oh my
Maybe four.
God. Yeah, I mean, it was. I'm sure you guys had it on at the shop on repeat since it
Yep.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just. I mean, do you want to start with the final? Where do we even start with this thing? I
That's the
mean,
best
this
game of
is.
the tournament,
Oh
first
my
of all.
God.
Hands down, best game of the tournament, best final I've ever watched.
Yeah.
What?
Well, how
Right.
many. You're not that old. How many finals have you watched? What, probably
I watched.
three, four?
Yeah. No, since I think 2010, the 2010 World Cup.
Okay, so 10, 14, 18. So, yeah, this would be your fourth. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
earliest I can remember is the 2006 in Germany.
Okay.
I was in sixth grade, so I would have seen one before that, but I have no memory of
Right.
that at all.
Right.
And that would have been the Japan South Korea one. So
Mm.
I'm not even sure if they would have broadcasted that in the U.S. with like the time difference and like the interest. They
Right.
probably just would have been like, we're not even gonna bother.
Right. Right. Well, there's an elderly man at the store yesterday, and he came up to me and said, I'm
Oscar.
six, no, not Oscar, not Oscar.
That was a diss for those of you that don't know. That's
Yeah.
our store manager in Charlotte. His name's Oscar, so that was a diss. Me calling Oscar old. He's not actually old.
But yeah, this guy, I think he said he's 60, and he
Okay.
said out of all the World Cup finals he's watched, that one was the best one. So
And also, like, you got to think about how much like the game has changed as well, and just
involved,
like
yeah.
like becoming more athletic. Like, I
Hmm.
just saw, like, not even 20 minutes ago, just saw a TikTok, and it was a colorized version of a training session from Newcastle in 1930s.
Oh my God.
And I mean, I can't even describe to you how awkward and unathletic they looked. And they were the best players in the world. It's just like, oh man. Like, us now, like, if we took a time machine and went back to the 1930s,
We'd be
no
superstars.
problem. No problem. Yeah.
Superstars.
Yeah.
Maybe
Easy.
we should work on that. I wanna work on that. That's my
Yeah.
New Year's resolution.
Yeah. That should
Work-
be easy to figure out. Yeah. Just a
yeah,
time machine. Yeah.
yeah.
Sure.
Math, nothing serious.
So, yeah, I guess a good place to start would be the final. Um,
Yeah.
what'd you think? Thoughts?
madness
Yeah.
because I was at home like by myself watching the game.
Mm-hmm.
Argentina dominated the entire first half and majority of the second half.
Well, I
And
mean,
so I was like,
first of all, can we could have pushed that back a little bit. Like we didn't need to start the game at 10. We could have.
yeah,
Come on, we could have. They were
yeah,
starting. We had 2 p.m. kickoff times. Why do we need to go 10
yeah,
a.m.
like
for the
10
final?
a.m. was
Come on,
ooh,
make this all for us, okay?
right, right. Because I know people on the West Coast, what is that, like
Oh,
7 a.m.?
7 a.m. Oh, I wouldn't
Yeah,
even watch that. It was tough enough for me to
yeah.
drag myself out of bed at
I had to set an
9:55.
alarm.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I had to set 4. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I go to sleep at like 3 or 4 a.m. So, like, yeah, I had to set.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
the weekend. I'm not. Come on now.
That's
I'm
true.
sleeping. I get 2 days to sleep in every week. I'm gonna take it. And now you gotta get me up at 9:50. Come on. What are we doing?
Yeah. At least they made it
Worth it.
worth it, though.
Absolutely worth it though. A billion percent. Yeah.
100% worth it. Yeah. Yeah, but it was craziness. I just, because at one point I was just like, it's 2-0. It's like the 70th something minute. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to go get ready for work.
Yeah.
I go upstairs, do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
brush my teeth, and like I get a
Miss
text, I
everything.
think, from Kendall saying, we back. And I'm like, we back? What do we? And I go downstairs and it's 2-2. And I just start running around the house with a toothbrush in my mouth. I'm like, just screaming. So yeah, it was just I could not believe it.
Yeah, it was wild. Yeah, because it was very straightforward until
Yep,
the 80th minute. Argentina in complete control. It was
yep,
never a doubt.
yep,
And then they did exactly what they did all tournament long
yep,
and bottled it in the end.
yep, yep,
And yeah, they let Mbappe get the ball for the first time all game, and he scored.
yep.
Well, the penalty happened, and
Penalty
then
kick
yeah, yeah,
in
yeah.
the second goal, which was
With
nice to take it. That
so
was
the two penalties in a final. Would you
yeah.
do you agree both of those penalties? You think?
Um.
You think the
Yeah.
foul that gave Argentina the penalty? You think that? I think that's a foul. He clipped his heel, and
Yeah.
then, so yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
fall.
Yeah.
Um, so I agree with that one. And then the second one, yeah, his hand was out.
Yep.
It's like he's not. He did not like extend it. He turned his
Right.
back. He couldn't even see it, but
Right.
still his arm was out. So I guess
Yeah.
that's the rule, kind of, right? And
Yeah.
I think it was far enough out to where like I could see a penalty being given for that.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
So I wasn't too upset by that. So I agree, and I think shockingly, I think there weren't really any like bad decisions
No,
from
you
the
repped
referee
it
all
great.
game. Like that was
A
a
good,
really well
well ref.
ref. I always like to give a shout out to the referees out there. I'm a big
Yep.
fan of the refs,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Mike D.
yeah, shout out Mike Dean.
Yeah, it
But
was a
yeah,
good
I
one.
gotta give him credit because like there's been some shocking referee decisions all tournament long,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
when the pressure was really on, when it really mattered,
Yeah.
some good
Cool,
refereeing.
calm, collected.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
Great game.
um, the goal, Argentina's goal, their second one.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was great counterattack.
Yeah,
Just
just from
boom,
one end to
boom,
the other. Bam. Yeah,
boom.
yeah,
That is, they need to show that to teams wanting to learn how to counterattack. Watch
yeah.
this video.
It was, yeah,
'Cause that was,
calculated. Boom.
yeah,
Yeah, they were one into the other in seconds. Yeah,
yeah.
and especially because the way they had played, like possession based, and like they
Mm-hmm.
didn't counter much, and then the one time they really tried to
Big,
counter, they're like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
maybe we should have been doing this
The
more
entire,
often.
yeah, the entire time.
Yeah, every once in a
Yeah.
while you got to switch it up and
Yeah,
just
you
go
gotta,
straight forward. Yeah.
element of surprise. Why not? It's
Yeah,
a World Cup
especially when
final.
France were, I don't, they were all over the place at that
Yeah, they were
moment. Like
still,
they,
they must have been asleep or something or sick or whatever.
yeah. Well, I think they'll blame it on the virus that was going
Yeah,
through.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Or Dembele. The little remedy he made may have not actually been that helpful.
yeah. Oh yeah, the whole virus situation running through France.
Yeah.
Which Argentina player do you think planted that?
Um, I can definitely see either Julian Alvarez or the goalkeeper.
Martinez. Oh yeah, it was 1,000,000,000%. Martinez. We'll get to him later. Yeah, we're not gonna leave that out.
Mike
Uh,
Dangerous. continue off of the field. They start before the game.
I don't think he stops with the
No,
antics and the nonsense.
no.
But yeah, so you have it's 2-0 going into the 80th minute. And then, yeah, we get France's first goal was the penalty, right?
Right, yeah.
And, yeah, I mean, penalty, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
their first penalty, actually, because, wow, yeah, 3
Yeah.
penalties because you
Yeah.
had the one in extra time.
Yep. And then the first one that gave him the first goal in regular time.
Yeah, that one wasn't the handball.
No,
What?
it was a foul.
Yes, yeah, and it was pretty straightforward foul. Like I'd agree with that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually
I think all
3.
three
Yeah,
of the penalty calls were definitely good.
yeah,
penalty
I think
calls.
so too. And yeah, and then Mbappe just steps. Mbappe looks so calm all the
Yes,
time.
yes,
Like that's
yes.
just wild to me. Like he's to be that young at
Mhm.
that level,
Yes.
the World Cup
And
final.
that moment where you
It's
hats off to him,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, single-handedly carried that game.
Oh
That
yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Do
yeah.
you think if Benzema is out there that France win that game?
Obviously, I want to say I do. Yes, because he played for Real Madrid.
You think? Oh, hold on, I'm getting
But
ahead
I
of
think
myself. I had another question, but I'll come back to that.
okay.
Um,
I think he maybe offers something different than Giroud, who had a good tournament as well. Like, I'm not gonna take anything away from Giroud, but I
yeah,
think he offers. I just want to see a little bit more like mobility, and
yeah.
than Giroud does. So
Um,
I don't know.
no, I agree with that 100%. And so then, but yeah, back to Mbappe and that pressure. Like that's insane to me. That
hmm
not once, not
Not
twice, 3 different
three
times if
times.
you count the penalty shootout
Yeah,
in the final. And
yeah,
I think probably by that third one, that confidence, he's like, I'm not even worried about it at this point.
right.
Because you make
It's
the first
hard.
one and then
Yeah,
you make the second one, and you're like, all
second
right, well,
one.
this one's,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
And
against a goalkeeper like that, that has to be hard because he's
yeah,
playing mind games every
especially
single time, and
Emiliano
he's a good
Martinez.
like shot stopping like goalkeeper when it comes down to PK. So it's like
He got
you
to
only have 3
where,
places you can go: the left, the right, or the middle. So
yeah, you're coming up against a goalkeeper who got to where he is because of his ability on penalties,
exactly
basically.
that, and the fact
And
you go through them.
yeah, insane.
Right.
Um, and yeah, and then Messi.
Yeah,
Now we go into extra time. Messi. It had to be Messi to score that
yeah,
goal, and
yeah,
that was just absolute chaos.
yeah,
I was like, oh, he's offsides, because I didn't even
yeah.
like celebrate initially because I was like, oh man, he was
It's
offsides.
offsides. Yeah,
Um,
but I
and
think it Varane's like butt cheek that
it
kept him
was
on.
literally his butt. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
yeah, I've seen all the memes like, oh, if he wasn't so thick, you know. But yeah,
You can't help that.
yeah. So yeah, and then it was just, I mean, it was clearly across the line, but
hmm
like the fact that like he almost saved it off the goal line too, like just
Yeah,
so many things, and
yeah,
it was
that would
just
have
like,
been wild,
yeah,
wild. Because that whole sequence was wild. The fact
yeah,
that Lloris saved it with one hand, it came back. Messi
yeah.
kicked it off the line. Just everything a final needs to be. Because at one
Never,
point it was just end to end. Because I think before that, like the play before that, France came
yes,
down and had
yep.
an attempt
It came off of
goal
France's attack, and it was
mm-hmm.
again another counter where
counter
France were
attack.
just in
Argentina came back
shambles
down.
positionally, and
Yeah,
yeah, they came back, and the touch, because it was a long ball that came forward to who was it? Uh, Lautaro
yeah,
Martinez,
yeah,
and that touch to lay it off to Messi, I think it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
Oh man,
It was.
yes, because Messi was offsides. He got
Mm-hmm.
around him.
Yeah.
Lautaro Martinez laid it off. Messi takes it, and then yeah, from there,
Yeah.
pass it back to him. Lloris saves it, comes back to Messi.
Messi.
Just like so many things could have went
Yeah.
wrong there, and it
Yeah.
was just like, sequence of events where everything had to go perfectly because of how fine the margins were with the offsides and then on the goal line clearance and
Yes.
everything. It was just
Yes.
everything fell into place.
Yeah. But
Finally.
there was a point where France had a chance to win the game before it even got to penalties when they had the
Yes.
1-1 and then
With the save, the kick save.
that was an amazing
Insane.
save. And I looking at it,
Insane.
I wonder if he goes the other way.
He's got to
does
go
he
across
still-
goal there. And
Yeah.
he's just trying to smash it.
Yep.
He's just trying to
Yep.
get it. He's just trying to smash it on target as hard
Yep.
as he can.
Yeah, you have to go
And
the other way. I was
Yep.
like, you gotta go the other way.
Yep.
Saved it.
But
They
he
come
came.
down
Martinez came out, took the angle off.
Yep,
So
he did.
he kind of, it would have been tough. Like honestly, I feel like he probably would have saved it going the other way anyway. So yeah, it was like so many things.
yeah,
It just everything lined
That
up
was a
for
great
Messi. Finally, oh my God, finally.
as you know, I was a bit upset after. I was just like, but you know, he deserves it. He's a great player. So I mean, I'm not gonna take that away from him. As much as I love Ronaldo, I gotta give credit where credit is due. So.
Can you now say that Messi
No.
is officially better than Ronaldo?
No, I'm never gonna admit it. I'm never gonna admit it. I don't want. I guess
It's
I'd like
okay. Ronaldo can still be your favorite player. Like, there's no issue with that. There is absolutely no issue with that. That's not the question here. I think to me, there's no argument anymore. It's game over.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can be said that's like, even I think Ronaldo might be a better goal scorer,
Yeah.
but
Messi's
as just
still
an out and out soccer player,
yeah.
as just a player, it has to be Messi. He's just done too much for it not to be him. And he got 10 goals and assists in this World Cup alone at 35, and that's the same amount that Ronaldo has in his whole career in all 5 tournaments.
Right.
And it's just like on the biggest stage.
Yeah.
He's done it.
Yeah.
Because from especially from like 2014 and now, Argentina have done their best to ruin things for Messi. Like they have made it, his teammates have made it as difficult as possible, and they tried it in the final too. They had it even all the way down to the final. It was an issue where it's a 2-goal lead with 10 minutes left. All you got to do is not let 2 goals in 10 minutes.
And they did the exact opposite.
And that happened twice.
Yes.
And it happened against Netherlands, and it happened against France in the final.
Yes, I will say that it did seem, even though they tried to ruin it, it seemed like that they were playing for Messi.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And you saw as it progressed, each game, it just like the intensity picked up. And you're like, oh, they're going to do this. They're going to actually do this. And that's just not been the case ever until now. And Messi went into this like place where I've never seen him go, like especially after the Netherlands match. Like the way he got into the face of the coaching staff in the Netherlands after that, I was like, whoa.
That was great.
He's winning this World Cup. He's winning this. That's pack it in. Yeah, everyone else might as well go home.
Yeah. France did try.
Yeah, I still got shivers just thinking about it.
I know. It's one of those moments where it's like looking like down the line, you're gonna remember like where exactly you were when you were watching this game.
Yeah.
I was in my house. It was December the 18th, whatever time it was. Like, I was with a toothbrush in my mouth watching the game.
Yep. I remember this. I'll remember this one. I don't even remember the last one. I know it was 4-2 to France against Croatia.
Yeah.
Don't remember what I was doing. I mean, it was in Russia. There was no, like, just didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
And then the one before that in Brazil, I remember a lot of the tournament, and I remember there being a huge atmosphere, but I don't remember the final very well.
No.
I remember 2010. 2010 was my favorite World Cup.
Okay.
This one might. It'll take. Oh.
That's what I think. And Shakira's.
I mean, you know. And then because it had that one was waving flag was the theme.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just everything about it was great.
The vibes.
Yeah, South Africa showed up and played, and that first goal of
Yeah,
the tournament with Shabalala just
yeah,
rockets into the near
yeah,
post top bins. I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a fun month.
yeah.
And I think this, in terms of like quality of play, I think this World Cup probably had the best quality of play ever.
Oh
Just
yeah,
in terms of excitement on the field, some of the
yeah.
most fun games to watch. Like, I mean,
For sure.
even watching some of those like group stage games with like Iran and
Yeah, there was.
Australia and like teams that you would
Yeah,
never normally watch. Even those
yeah.
games were really high quality and really
And
fun
I
to
wonder
watch.
if it's because they kind of the World Cup was in the middle, like not the middle really, but like the season started, and then you have the World Cup. So these players are like just getting
Yep,
into like a groove, and
that's
I wonder if
exactly what I was
that,
thinking.
yeah,
Yep, because you've never gotten players right in their sweet spot, like right in the middle of the season where they're in their stride, they're in their form, they're in like the best. Like there's not like huge amounts of injuries yet. Like yeah, you probably
right,
got some injuries here and there, but like you're not coming at the end of the season where everyone's
mhm,
just trying to get through to the summer. You're
right.
like you're in your sweet spot,
Oh yeah,
and I think that had a
so
huge play on it, from my opinion. What do you
yeah.
think about it being in the winter? Would you like to see this more often, or you want it in the summer?
I honestly don't mind it. At first, I was like,
I
I didn't like it was in the winter, but now I think it would be well, not for North America, no, because it gets too cold in certain parts of the United States in the winter.
it
So no,
depends, yeah.
keep it in the summer. But then again, it gets really hot in some places. I guess it's never gonna be perfect.
Sure, yeah,
But
yeah.
I
I
think
I
that I like the winter though, because just because the quality of play, like you said,
yeah, I was
it
very
was just
skeptical going into it,
yeah,
but oh man, seeing how the play went and everything, and how exciting it was to watch, and just the timing of it going from Thanksgiving to Christmas like this,
yeah.
just
I got to
adds.
watch soccer on Thanksgiving. Four
Yeah,
games on
yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah. Instead of
That was
stupid American football,
football,
we
yeah,
got
or even
football,
basketball, whatever
football.
done on
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Basketball they do Christmas Day is like the
Okay.
basketball day. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. But yeah, I just because and it added to. I feel like it helped get me in like the holiday spirit a little bit. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, that community aspect. Like
Yeah.
getting together, watching it with friends and stuff. Like, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
been so much fun.
And from like I guess an economic standpoint, it helps the store. Christmas is around the corner. World
Yeah,
Cup here.
because
Jerseys are gonna be
we get an
flying out the door.
we get an
I
extra
mean,
boost on top of the holiday stuff. So yeah,
yeah,
and then like you got people coming into the store, watching the games, hanging
yeah,
out, like talking to them about it, and then yeah, it just adds to the whole like
yeah,
this time of year. It's great. Yeah, I've loved
yeah.
it.
So I can only imagine 2026 how that environment is gonna be, and we'll be like
The Atlanta
here,
store
like in the center of it,
will be
like
in the thick of
first
it.
stop.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
game's gonna be in Atlanta. We're one of two like our stores are.
yeah.
So just
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
I can't wait.
exciting.
What do
Yeah.
you speaking of that? Go ahead, give me your prediction. Who's gonna win the next World Cup?
But the United States. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Yeah, we'll rig it. Yeah, we'll find a way to rig
for
that.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. Um, that's a good question.
I have like right now, if I had to pick, I mean, I would say I can see France going back because they're
Yeah.
not that old. Mbappe is going to be like in his
Oh
prime, like
yeah.
28.
Yeah.
Um, and you'll have Benzema will probably be gone, Giroud will be
Yeah.
gone. So I don't know who their like goal scorer would be.
Right. It
And
has.
I think Mbappe playing as that striker is a little bit weird. I think
Yeah.
he can do it,
But
but
it's not
having
like
that giving him
yeah.
that freedom out wide, especially to
Mm,
just
run.
abuse that pace out wide and
Yeah.
have that extra space to run into is where he
Yeah.
really thrives. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know who
They'd have to
fills that
find a
gap.
9. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone that would fill that gap. So yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got like Camavinga is so young and
Yeah.
Chouamini.
Yeah, yeah.
Having them in the midfield together.
That's gonna be that's gonna wreak some havoc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Many had that long distance sniper
Against
goal.
England, that was a
Oh
great
God, yeah.
that was a great goal. I mean,
And yeah, I think England has to be up there as well because that like their whole team will be in their prime, so like
yeah,
they're gonna be real dangerous.
yep. Jude
And
Bellingham, Saka,
yeah, and it being
Mount,
in
Foden.
North America, like they're familiar with that environment. Like a lot of
Yep.
the England players love like coming to America for vacation. So like,
Yeah,
yeah, I think the that aspect of it will play into it too. Like, yeah, I think probably England or France is who I would go with if I had to
yeah, I'm
pick
gonna
from
say
right
France.
now. But
Right.
obviously, we're gonna be very no matter who we say or what we predict, we're gonna be very wrong because a lot happens in 4 years.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we've had a lot of because I mean you've already seen a lot of changes already. Like Southgate has announced that he'll stay.
Hmm.
You had the Spain manager's gone.
Yep.
Um,
Brazil manager's gone.
Brazil's gone. Portugal.
Gone.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
Who? I'm
So
sure there's more. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. But like,
I think they're gonna get rid of Berhalter.
yeah, I just don't know who steps into that role. I don't like. I have no idea.
The United States is just a constant revolving door of trying to find somebody.
Will Ferrell.
At this point, just pick anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'd be totally fine with someone not American too. Like
Yeah,
I think that's probably what
what
we
we
need.
probably need. Yes,
Someone
please.
with like a high level of knowledge. Like get Jose Mourinho, honestly. Why
Right.
not?
At this point.
I do really like the sort of team that they've built, like the
Yes.
cohesion. It is a very cohesive team and like the
Yes.
mental side of things they've done really well.
Mhm.
And I think if they just need to find that leader to help them grow and get to the
Yeah.
next level. And I don't know that it's not Berhalter, but I don't know that
It
he's
is.
gonna
Yeah.
get them to like. I don't know that we win a World Cup under him.
Right. I
You know?
think he's brought him up to maybe this point here.
Yeah.
Now it's time
I,
for him to like let
yeah.
go on and let somebody else take them farther than this and just because we
Yeah.
have some relatively young players and he's got them to the point where he's got them now, but we
Mhm.
just need somebody now to kind of just take them to the next
Take it to the
level.
next level and help them
Yeah.
continue to grow together rather
Yeah.
than divide the squad, which has been an issue in the past.
They just love to do that. They have a good squad and be like, you know what? It's good, but we just can't. Like we have to just go with somebody else.
Yes. So let's get into some specific topics here. Do you have a goal of the tournament?
I still think Richarlison's goal of the tournament.
For
Decision.
me, yeah, I'd have to either say it's a tie between two. It's that one and the Luis Chavez free kick, Mexico player.
Okay.
Um, he had a free kick. I don't know if you saw it, but it was like 35-ish yards out. It was a good distance, and it
Interesting.
was oof, it was beautiful. You could see the movement on the ball as it dipped and
Oh
curved. It
man.
wasn't a curl. It wasn't. It was like it curved and dipped. Had the
Yeah.
diagonal movement on it, and it just perfect. Yeah, looked like a Messi free kick. Honestly, it was incredible. So yeah, I think it's a tie between those two
Okay. Okay.
for me. So yeah.
Yeah, and the
Um,
guy from South Korea had a good goal too against
oh,
Brazil.
was it
That
like
volley out
oh
the box.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
There were those there were a couple outside of the box goals that I had like in my top five, but those were the two that like stood out above the
Yeah.
rest for me. Um, what about a team of the tournament?
Um, I really like I really like Morocco.
That's who I wrote down.
Yep,
Morocco. Yeah. I mean,
for
it's
sure.
huge. I can't remember. I know there's been upsets in the past, but like they went. I mean, they made it to the
Far
semifinal.
into the upset. Yeah,
First
yeah,
African team to ever make it to the semifinal.
yeah.
Incredible.
They upset after upset after
Yeah.
upset, and they just kept doing it.
Yeah.
Kept doing it.
Because like the
So
first time you're like, Oh, okay, that's fun.
Yeah.
And then they do it again and again. You're like, oh, I think Morocco are like actually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah.
And
Between
then
Hakimi and Ziyech.
yeah, and those were the only two people on the entire team that I knew before this tournament.
Right. Me too.
And now you got like Amrabat is going. He could go pretty much wherever he wants. Probably. I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
think he could go to like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Man
No, no,
City. I don't think he's like a top level. But I think
no.
somewhere like Manchester United or
Mhm.
Tottenham or like some of those like second tier teams. I think he
Yes.
could play at
Yeah.
any of those.
Yeah.
I mean, he dominated the midfield every game he
Oh, yeah.
played. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, incredible. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, Croatia. They did
Yeah.
way better than I expected them to do. I did not think they were going to make it back to a semifinal. I
Semifinal.
thought,
Yeah.
after they made it all the way to final last year or last World Cup, and then I remember everyone after the World Cup was like, "All right, they're too old. Like this was their chance, right? They're not gonna.
Yeah.
This is not gonna be the case next tournament." And that
Yep.
was the
And
talk
they.
all the way leading up to it.
Yep.
And
And
then
look at what they did.
they were like, "Oh,
Absolutely favorite.
you idiots! You thought we were too old. I mean, we
Right.
are, but still, we'll pull it off."
Right.
So yeah, I think I'd probably put them two as like most surprising or
Okay.
most if yeah most overperform, biggest
Okay.
overperformance, biggest surprise team for me.
For me, it was Morocco and the United States. I didn't expect them to make it out the group, considering
Yeah,
the second youngest team in the tournament.
yeah,
I didn't expect them to make it out the group,
yeah.
but they did. They
They did
tied
well.
England,
Yeah,
tied Wales, beat Iran.
should have should have beat Wales
Wales, yes,
for sure.
yes,
Should have beat them, but they just couldn't
it,
score.
yeah,
And then yeah, they give away the penalties. It's just a dumb tackle that didn't
yeah.
need to be
You need to
made.
make there. Yeah, but
But
hey,
yeah, definitely yeah, I give them a solid B performance
yeah,
wise. Yeah, I'd say yeah, above expectations for them
yep.
definitely.
It's good for
For
this
me.
group with that experience.
Yeah.
Now they
Oh
have it.
yeah.
So now for the next World Cup, they know what to expect a little bit.
Now the expectation can be higher because they're like, all
Oh
right, we
yeah,
did this when we were 24. Now that we're
yeah,
like getting into our prime at 28, now that's a little bit different. We should be able to go a little bit farther this time.
yep.
And yeah, get matched up against Netherlands, or probably didn't help out much either.
No, not
If they
at
could
all.
have, yeah, they just and
Not at
because
all.
both or two out of the three goals that they got scored on were literally it was literally the same goal. It's like
Yeah,
you're watching a replay.
yeah,
So yeah, and I would have liked to see how Senegal would have done if Mane
yeah.
would have been able
And
to play.
yeah,
They would have been
that'd have
fun
been
because they did well, and
very
they're oh man, their fans, their supporters were incredible,
insane.
incredible. I loved watching the Senegal games.
Yeah, insane.
Who was your player of the tournament?
Hmm. I have so many, and it's like,
I think they announced the like gold, silver, and bronze ball of the tournament. So they
mhm,
do like top three players of the tournament, and it was
yeah,
Messi, Mbappe, and Modric.
yeah,
Would you
yeah.
agree with that? Or do you have somebody else you'd throw in there?
Um, I guess I'll throw Messi in there. I guess.
Yeah, he was number one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so I'll put Messi at one for
yeah.
player of the tournament. Um,
I don't see anyone else
yeah,
that deserves it more.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
Messi.
and I think Messi, Mbappe, and Modric, I would agree with that. I
Yeah,
just
as
because
I think it's just I can't really find anybody. But I guess my
yeah,
real problem was with the young player of the tournament. Like I know Argentina won,
hmm
but I don't think Enzo Fernandez should have gotten it.
yeah.
That's I have a hard.
Who? Because what's the age limit though? I can't.
I get that is also
What is
true.
it? 20? Is it 22?
Yeah, but is because I you have okay, you had Musiala, you had Gakpo. If Bellingham is
I
22, you have
I
Jude Bellingham.
I'd probably give it to Gakpo if I'm not
Me,
giving it to Fernandez. But I think it's got to be a player from a team that makes it to like at least the semifinal. I think, and that's the problem with it, is because I think that's how they look at it.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why, but I guess to me, it's more like it's them, yes, but there's 10 other players as well, and the like Gakpo and Musiala really had like a good whatever how long they had a good tournament.
Yeah.
Like they showed that they should be, and Bellingham and Saka did too.
Yeah.
So it's just
Bellingham,
like,
I'm so glad Bellingham's finally getting the playing time he deserves. He's carrying Dortmund,
yes,
and I'm just so glad to see the players that Southgate chose.
yes. So that's the I guess that's the only issue I had. I just was like, I feel like they kind of got snubbed just because they didn't make it to the final. They put in the work for sure, though.
Yeah, I think that one's definitely up for debate. Yeah, because I think Gakpo did very well, but I don't think that's tough.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
I'm excited to see where he goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's talk of Manchester United, which that's fine with me. That's okay.
I know you're
sure.
not opposed to that.
I'm not opposed to that by any means.
I know at one point they were considering Bellingham going to Madrid. So I was like, yes, please, but I'm not sure if that's
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't think it is.
I believe Man City have an eye on him as well.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, Man City
Well,
just need to stop, man. They need to chill. Like they're good enough. Like you
no,
guys are
like
fine. You don't need anyone else. You got all you need.
no, you really do. I know we don't. Madrid doesn't need any more midfielders with Tuchemani and Bruce and Modric and Camavinga, but still.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think getting, because you've got Camavinga, Chouameni, who will be two of the three, because
Yep.
you're looking to replace Modric and Kroos as they age
Yep.
out. So I
Yep.
think getting that third midfielder, if you have
Yeah.
Bellingham, Camavinga, and Chouameni,
That is. I would love to see that.
it's game over.
Yeah.
It's game over.
Yeah.
Um, so next, we talked about players. What about was there a specific game that was your favorite to watch?
The final.
Final, yeah,
Final.
yeah,
Easy.
yeah. I think you can't argue with that. It was
Yeah.
so aside from the final, what about putting that aside?
USA England game. Actually, it's between the USA England and France game for me. Just because
okay.
England and France, Saka was just
He was,
destroying.
and they took him out.
Yeah, destroying Theo Hernandez.
Yeah.
And the USA England game, just because they played well, they got a draw, and yeah.
Okay, I feel like there's some bias there.
Yeah.
What are you, American or something? Golly.
Maybe. I can't expose that.
I gotta go with the tandem of
I forget. Yeah.
the absolute chaos with the group
Yeah.
of Germany, Spain, Costa Rica, and Japan. The
Yes.
final match day of the group stage of that. Just
Actually, I
going
changed my mind. I changed my mind.
going
That,
back and forth on that.
yes.
Because starting out, Japan or Germany and Spain both scored pretty early on. You're like, all right, cool. They were expected to go through. So like early on, those were the two teams going through, and then like, oh wait, hold on, Japan and Costa Rica are getting back into this at the same time. Wait a minute.
Yep.
And then at one point it flipped upside down, and it was going to be Japan and Costa Rica both going through.
Yeah.
And then you keep
Scenes.
watching, and then it ends up being, in the end, Spain and Japan that made it out of
Man.
that group. But that
Yeah.
was wild.
The scenes.
Yeah, that was so much fun. That was my favorite day of the World Cup, other than the final.
Yeah. I was watching the TV like.
Yeah, had the game on one game on the TV, one game on my laptop, just like my head on a swivel, going back and forth.
Yeah, that's what the World Cup should be. You should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for in the World Cup. Yeah, you give me
Yeah.
games like that. Hopefully, with them adding more teams at the next tournament, that doesn't prevent stuff like that from happening.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I just don't trust
Crazy.
anything FIFA try. So either the video game or the uh, soccer governing body. Um,
What's
EA
new?
Sports FC, baby.
Yeah, that's
Can't wait.
I'm interested to see how that plays out and see what happens with that game. He's
We kind of talked about it with like we talked about a few of them with like the young player of the tournament. But do you have any like breakout players that you might not have known before that you saw that did very well in this tournament?
Boufal from Morocco. That he
Yeah.
is him,
Yes.
Musiala, and not Musiala, him and Gakpo. Sorry.
Okay, those were your
Yeah,
two. Where
yeah.
before the tournament you weren't. Yeah, there were so many players that, and I mean it happens every World Cup
Yeah.
where you've never heard of them, you've
Yep.
never seen them play,
Yep.
and then they
And
show
they
up at the World Cup and you're like, whoa,
yep.
who is this guy?
And
Hang
all
on.
the teams come call it.
Yep.
So and it's right before the transfer window, the January transfer window.
Yeah,
So
because normally it's in right before the summer transfer window opens,
right.
or
Right.
like as it's opening. Now it's
Yeah.
right before the January transfer window. I'm wondering if teams sort of accounted for that with the summer
Hmm.
transfer, knowing they're going to get a lot of scouting
Oh,
opportunities at the World Cup. Like, so like you got like Liverpool only bought like one or two players. You had Leicester, who I don't think bought anyone. Like,
right.
were those teams like waiting?
Purposely doing that, anticipating they'd have to buy. Yeah.
Yeah. So watch out, Leicester.
Yeah.
Top. They're finishing European in a European spot. I'm calling it. They're gonna go crazy in the transfer window.
Yeah.
They're gonna spend money because they didn't spend any in the summer, and they're gonna scoop up all these hidden gems that the World Cup uncovered. And
Mhm.
yeah, they're gonna finish in a European spot. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
I
it's
said
gonna
it.
be interesting to see how these players fit into the team right as their season is like right smack in the middle.
Yeah, they're buying six players in the middle of the season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally the January transfer windows, nothing really crazy happens
Yeah.
because, yeah, you're not bringing in huge, like,
Yeah.
team altering players in the middle of your season.
Right.
You're just getting, like, role players, subs. Like, if you've got an injured player you need to replace, stuff like that. So this will be
This is
interesting to
different
see.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, for me, I would say breakout players. Who did I write down? I'd say for me, Gakpo, Netherlands as well.
Yeah.
Never heard of him before this
Nope.
World Cup, and I'm
Me.
sure that he was a pretty big name. I know he plays for
Yeah.
PSV. Um, I'm sure I probably saw him in passing one time, like on like in highlights or something.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say that I've never watched him play before, like
Yeah. I
that I can
haven't.
remember.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool to watch him. And he did so well.
Yeah.
And one guy that I did know beforehand, shout out to Football Manager, but and I've talked about him on the podcast before, but Vardiol, center back
Yes.
for
Yes. Yes.
Croatia, yeah. So I
Yes.
mean, there's no way that he's not going to get a big move,
Oh
and
yeah.
probably not in January, but definitely by the summer
In the
transfer window,
this
he's
summer.
going somewhere big. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way he's 20, and you just
Yes. He's
help
young
get
and yeah.
Croatia
Oh
to the semifinal. Like, yeah, because he was so important to them getting as far as they did. He had so many huge moments
yeah.
defensively to like keep them. And yeah, he
So
got
for him to be 20, that says a lot.
yeah, and everybody was like, "Oh, he got roasted by Messi," but it's like, dude,
It's like it's
who
messy.
who doesn't?
Everyone
And he,
needs to
he wasn't
best
like he
best
got like
best revenge.
completely yeah, it wasn't like he got completely embarrassed either. Like
No.
he held his own, like he didn't get
Yeah.
completely burned. I mean,
No.
how Messi stayed on his feet with how physical that was on the turn, like
Yeah.
it's Messi. Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah. It's not like he made him slip and fall.
Yeah, he didn't break his ankles or anything. Yeah,
No.
no,
No.
it's like I don't know. But Livakovic,
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
He had a good World Cup as well.
yeah.
A lot
Oh
of
man,
goalkeepers had a good World Cup.
yeah.
So
The Moroccan goalkeeper,
Croatia.
Argentina,
Hmm.
Croatia, yeah, like all those teams, their goalkeepers were hugely important. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
because Morocco and Croatia in their penalty shootouts,
Yeah.
Goalkeepers came up big both times. And then, yeah, Argentina, their keeper in the penalty shootout also came up big. So, like, yeah, goalkeepers are important, man.
Yeah.
Most important position on the field, I think.
I would say so. They have to stop the ball from going in.
Listening to Peter Crouch's podcast, he always he doesn't roast goalkeepers, but he's like, they're playing a different sport. He says that they're not footballers. They're playing a different sport. They're using their hands. They're playing a different sport.
Okay. Very interesting.
And so him and Aaron Ramsdale go back and forth on that a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And then also wrote down Amrabat from Morocco. Midfielder.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got to go back to goal. The goal of the tournament. Abubakar for Senegal. The scoop.
I didn't see the scoop.
Oh, boy.
I gotta watch it. I have to watch the scoop.
Yeah, let's put a pause on this.
Okay.
Pull that up.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh my god. He completely scooped the goalkeeper.
It was the most exaggerated scoop.
No, he didn't. He did. No, one. He did that? Oh.
That's like something you see in like adult league
Yeah.
from like someone that's never played soccer before. Like
An
he's yeah, yeah. But he's like a very good player. He had a very good tournament. And yeah, just the fact that he did that, which I mean, to be fair, I mean, he's kind of out of options on like how to score. Like his angle's been cut off. Is like so he's like, yeah, I guess I gotta pull out the scoop.
Pulls that up.
So that's my favorite meme goal of the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah. Real specific award category to give there. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
But yeah, so let's talk about some funny moments.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's got to be Uruguay going out the way they did.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a pretty funny moment. Watching Suarez cry. No, but that was funny how that all came full circle, and then the way they knocked Ghana out in 2010, and then Ghana didn't knock them out, but they went out playing against Ghana, so kind of came full circle.
Yeah.
But
as things do.
Yeah.
Fate, thing.
No, but there was a clip I saw of Rudiger tracking down a ball in the Japan game where he went full high knees.
That was gonna be my funny moment. That and like you're at the World Cup. Do you take anything serious?
Yeah, and it looked like he just didn't even like think twice about it. Like I don't know, he was like charging up his run or something. Like it just looks so funny that he just like broke out into that. Like, and he got to the ball first. he still got there.
I'm the coach. I'm like, what are you doing? Why?
I just love it was right in front of the camera too, because it's on the sideline.
Right?
So I was like, oh, that's fantastic. Did you have another funny moment, or did I steal yours? I wrote down a few.
In the Portugal-Morocco game, when Pepe missed the header, the guy from Morocco just comes and like gives his head like the biggest kiss.
Oh
ever.
yeah. Yeah.
Like, thank you, kind sir, for missing.
It's always better when somebody kisses like a big bald head rather than like just someone's forehead that has hair.
Yeah.
It's just always funnier to me.
Yeah. So that was my funniest.
Because normally if you're not bald, you'll kiss them on the forehead, but whenever you kiss someone on the head that's bald, you'll like pull their head down and like kiss the top of their head.
Yeah.
It's just like, funny how
more area or something. I don't know.
It's like, oh, it's there. I got to use that instead.
Right.
Did you see Weston McKennie draw his hands off on the photographer's bib?
Yes. I saw that. I was like, I know he didn't just do that.
Like, yo, put some respect on this photographer's. And you saw like just the photographer's like looks over, is like, did he
just do that? Yeah.
Did that just happen? And then the photographers next to him start laughing. They're all just like, what?
Right.
Yeah, McKinney's a big personality sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He sometimes he comes off like too arrogant in some
Yeah,
instances where I'm like, all right, man. Like with that, I'm like, did you really need to do that? Like,
you're right.
I know you're
No,
doing a long throw, but like, yeah, the fact that
you have
that
your own
was,
shirt.
yeah, that was your first thought to do that. Like, what? That would have never even crossed my mind.
No, no,
Would never even thought of that.
no. But hey, if he dyes like part of his hair red, white, and blue,
Oh, forgot about
and
that. Yeah.
yeah,
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 yeah, he's
you know that's
down.
crazy, man.
Yeah, he's down for the cause. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. A
Um,
100% behind it.
I've got one question for you, Sarah.
Okay.
Where's Messi?
I don't know where Messi is. I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Did you see the Saudi Arabia after Saudi Arabia
Oh,
beat Argentina?
yes,
The dudes are going, "Where's Messi? Where's Messi?"
yes,
In the
yes,
interview, and then they
yes.
made the signs as well afterwards.
Yeah, well, he
Yeah,
just won the World Cup, so
yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw. I think it was a TikTok I saw that also came full circle, where the guy that like started that also went to support Messi in the final.
yeah.
So yeah.
And then the little girl too, when Morocco
Oh,
beat Portugal.
Morocco. Oh God, that was yeah.
That was bad. That was bad.
Imagine giving some random 8-year-old child abuse in the
Yeah,
comments
like
on a video over a soccer game.
yeah, like it's not that serious. It's
Yeah,
being funny. You know, it may have stung a little bit, but it's never that deep.
yeah. Don't be a sore loser. Come on.
Yeah,
Don't
like
be a
he
sore
was.
loser or a sore winner.
Yeah,
That's almost worse to me. A sore winner.
yeah,
That's almost worse to me. Like when Argentina was celebrating in the face of the Netherlands. Now I don't know what all went down there. I don't know if
right,
Netherlands deserved that or not.
right.
But I don't know about anything that went down that would have caused that.
But to be fair, I think Argentina brought that upon themselves because it all started when the guy kicked the ball at like the subs bench of the Netherlands, and they all come charging. Like, what did he expect to happen?
Yeah,
We're gonna stand there like,
yeah.
oh, he kicked the ball at us.
And
No, but
I know Van Gaal made some comments beforehand about like how Messi doesn't show up on the big stage and like basically just saying that like Argentina are like they suck basically.
yeah,
So I don't know what all went down
right.
outside of that. So I don't know if Netherlands deserved that or not.
Yeah,
But
kind of hard. Kind of, and that's I can understand this was a group match because then they'd have a chance to like redeem themselves, but to go out the way they do on penalty kicks
yeah,
and just bawling and you to do that is like,
yeah, celebrating their faces like that. Yeah. Um, and then did you see Ronaldo pulling some snacks out of his shorts? Just pulling some little treats out.
hungry.
Just a little Scooby snack, you know? I just need a little snack. I need a little snack,
Yeah.
guys.
Gummy candies, sour.
It was actually a battery. He's a
Oh,
robot.
okay. Well, yeah, that makes
He
more sense.
was, yeah, he had to change his battery. So,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
double A batteries, not triple A.
Yeah, he actually runs on AA batteries, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, he just downs a few every day. Yeah. All the like obsessive stuff over the nutrition, that's all for show. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really batteries. That's
Yeah.
that's the secret, guys. Complete the secret.
What else? You got any other funny moments I haven't mentioned yet?
I'm pretty sure the ref in yesterday's game slipped and fell. That's
There was a
always fun.
lot of people slipping and falling. The
Mhm.
turf or the grass, like the pitches as the tournament went on,
Yeah, they were beat up pretty bad.
yeah, I mean, you saw the one in the final yesterday had like brown patches all through. Like,
Yeah,
yo, it's a World Cup final. What are we doing?
yeah,
It's like, oh, what? These weren't built properly? Ah, man, I would have never guessed. Man, can't believe it. Wow, I'm shocked.
So this article put out the best alternative World Cup awards,
Ah,
and
okay.
some of these are funny. So,
Okay, let's go through 'em.
so we have the award for best consolation prize goes to Kylian Mbappe just because he won the Golden Boot, and the silver ball. So
Ah,
consolation
yes,
losing penalty kicks in your World Cup final after scoring a hat trick.
almost. Good try.
um, and we have the Southgate/Waddle Award for most famous penalty miss. Harry Kane missing the second one against France.
Ah, okay. I was not sure where that award was going from
Okay,
the
yeah.
name. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was tough to watch.
yeah.
Because if you want anyone taking that, it's Harry Kane.
It's Harry Kane. Yeah, oh for sure.
I
And he
hope,
just
yeah, I hope he's able to go back to Tottenham and do well. I hope that doesn't affect him too
yeah,
much because I really like Harry Kane.
yeah, yeah. And we have the Rom-Com Award for Best Kiss, which is Jawad El Yameek from Morocco kissing Pepe on the head.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
And
good. That's
it's a
fair.
good kiss too. Like,
Yeah, it's solid. He got in there.
most loved team award goes to Morocco,
Yeah. Oh,
easy.
yeah. You can't go wrong there. Yeah.
And we have the Allen Patridge Award for putting your foot in your mouth goes to, um. It says Alan Page, David Britt, Michael Scott, Gianni Infantino, all cut from the same cloth. And he said, "Today I feel gay. Today I feel disabled." He is neither, and he just
Oh, I
was one.
saw that.
Mhm.
Yeah, the FIFA dude was like, I
Yeah.
don't know what it was for. I guess he was trying to be like inclusive and just started
Yeah.
naming all the things that he's not. It's like,
Yes.
I don't think you understand how this
That's
works.
not how it. That's not how you
It's
do.
actually the opposite.
Yeah. Like, it just has no idea. Just no earthly clue out. Did
Yeah.
not read the room correctly at all.
I don't think
He
he
read the
can.
room, but he interpreted it very
Seems like he
incorrect.
can't read at all, just in
Right.
general.
Right. And next, you have the reality TV award for
Oh boy.
most emotional exit goes to Ronaldo after they lose to Morocco,
Oh.
going down the tunnel, crying.
I mean, yeah, he was crying, but I think most emotional, you got to go to Uruguay. They were like angry.
Yeah, true.
I think
Yeah,
most angry after a loss, Uruguay.
yeah.
Yeah, who was it that threw down the VAR stand?
I can't remember
Was
who
it
that was.
Suarez
Might have been. I'm
or
just
Cavani?
thinking,
It was one of the big name players of Uruguay. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway,
I would more like the
most
Suarez. Funny.
most VAR booths damaged Uruguay.
Yes, I
Yeah.
like. So we have the Cristiano Ronaldo Award for waiting to go fifth, and they gave it to Neymar. And it said, speaking of Ronaldo, does regret waiting to go fifth and not getting to step up in a Euro 2012 penalty shootout to defeat Spain. So apparently Neymar thought it was a good idea and did the exact same thing.
He waited fifth. Yeah. I mean,
Mhm.
realistically, you that would be the deciding penalty. But yeah, I think
Make it that
if you
far,
if you don't get there, you take that chance
right?
of not
Right.
using your best penalty taker. Yeah. It's a tough decision to make, but
That is a hard decision. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I think you got to go I think you got to go I think you got to put your best player fifth.
Yep. And the second
Second
best
best
first.
player first and then
Yep.
work your way down from there. That's how I would do it.
That's exactly how I would do it as well.
And just
Yep.
hope that you get to that point because if you do get to that point, you want to
Your best
be in
player taking
control
it.
of that situation. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But it's one of those where it's like, all right, I guess it's a real 50-50 chance almost of
Yeah.
like,
Who
do we get there or not?
is gonna fall? But
So, yeah,
um,
high risk, high reward.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was a high risk and got no reward.
Yeah. 'Cause Brazil went home early.
Yes.
That was tough to watch. I feel bad for JB
Yeah.
because they were doing well up until like they did all
That
right,
very.
but I still
Yeah.
think they underperformed as a whole,
Yeah.
like throughout the whole
Yeah.
tournament, other than the one dominating game they had, really.
Yeah. I was hoping they would peak just as they were getting to the later stages, but we never.
Because it could have been a Brazil Argentina semifinal.
Yes, and that would have been
Incredible.
yeah.
Because imagine we have a Brazil Argentina semifinal, Argentina win, and we end up with Portugal from the other side coming in. And then you
Yes,
have an
I want
Argentina Portugal final. That's the only way this tournament could have been better, I think, is if you
yes,
have Brazil Argentina semifinal,
exactly.
Argentina win, and then you have Messi versus Ronaldo in the final,
Yes, yes.
and then Messi wins in the final. That's the only way it could have been better.
I would obviously want Ronaldo
Huh?
to win if it was that.
What was it? Something I said?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it wasn't meant to be though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So it's still a great final game though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
best ever. So,
I'm saying that's the only like it was a 10 out of 10. This would have taken
yeah,
it to about an 11.
yeah, maybe a
You know,
million.
maybe. All right, 11, a million. It's the same. Numbers are all made up. Yeah.
um, so for the next one, we have Henry the Eighth Award for most misses, which goes to Lukaku.
Oh, what a shocker of a tournament Lukaku had, and Belgium as a whole. Yeah, Lukaku had like three pretty good, and then one or two of them were absolute sitters that he missed.
Yeah, and for a striker of his quality,
Yeah,
buried him.
yeah.
He buried him.
He's gone downhill since he left Inter. Yeah, he
Yeah,
probably should have just stayed.
yeah, I
You're
agree.
on top, man. Ride it out. What are you doing?
And he said, "No, I'm not going to do that."
Yeah,
So,
yeah. De Bruyne
um,
tried. The rest of the guys were like, I don't think we've ever played soccer before.
right.
Yeah, they looked really bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had nice hits though.
they
Hits were
did.
nice.
They did. Yeah.
So they look good at least.
Shout out to
That's it.
Adidas. They were
Then.
Adidas, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Adidas.
So we have the Rob Green Goalkeeping Mishap Award, and it goes to the goalkeeper for Qatar.
Oh,
For
which one? They went through a couple of them throughout the
the first
tournament.
one, it's the first
Oh God, man. Yeah, I don't. Has anyone checked on him? Is he still alive?
I have no clue.
Haven't heard anything.
Nope, nope, nope. And if I was his family, I'd be worried right now if they
Yeah,
haven't even heard anything. So
yeah, yeah.
it is what it is. It is what it is. um, they have the Roger Milla Award for most instantly iconic African striker, and it goes to Abubakar.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Vincent Abubakar.
yeah. I think you've got in terms of best African World Cup players in my
Mhm.
lifetime. It's Shabalala from South Africa in 2010, and Abubakar from was it
Okay.
Senegal?
Yeah, I would say Etu of Cameroon.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about World Cup performances.
Oh, World Cup.
Yeah,
Okay, okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. I can't
Yeah.
remember an Eto World Cup performance, so yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
just like standout African World Cup performance. There's always like one African player that pops off every World Cup.
Yeah. I agree too.
What's
And then
next?
the Death by a Thousand Passes Award, and we know who that goes to, Spain. No
Yet again,
they do a
God,
great job at passing
they're really good at
teams.
passing that ball.
Oh yeah,
Golly, let me tell you.
and doing nothing with it.
Well, you don't always have to score to beat the other team, right?
It just has to look really nice.
Yeah.
Like it has to look good.
Who's your biggest flop of the tournament? Like, worst performance, team or player?
Lukaku.
For me, it's a probably player wise. I put Lukaku up there. Ronaldo's in the conversation. I
Yeah.
don't think he had enough playing time for me to really say he was awful,
You're right.
but underwhelming for sure.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, the whole Qatar team, like all of them, they were
Yeah.
just
Like
so bad.
I
The
expected it to win.
whole team. And that I took so much satisfaction out of that because
Yeah.
they took this team, they put this team together like 2 years ago, and none of them have played club in 2 years because they've all just been playing together.
Right.
They've all just been playing together for their country
Hmm.
training together, playing friendlies, and none of them have played like competitively in so long.
Hmm.
I don't know who thought that was a good idea. Um,
But they,
Clearly, it did not work, and that was so funny
hmm
because they were so bad, and they
yes,
put
they're the
so
laughing stock.
much money and effort into it
Yes, for them to be out.
for them to lose all of the games the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, the goalkeeper just,
Oh,
oh,
dude. I mean, that guy, I think, yeah, they said they've been training together as a team, as a unit for 2 years. I think they just sort of assembled this team
yeah,
a month
yeah.
beforehand.
They picked some random guy off the street. They saw him catch an apple or something, and they're like,
Yeah,
"This is it. This is the one that's gonna
sure.
save us.
Yeah.
Save us."
If you can catch an apple, you can catch a soccer ball. I think
Yeah,
that's the saying, right?
that kind of thing. You
Yeah, we've all
forget
heard
having
that.
knowledge of the game or positioning, goalkeeper awareness. Nope, not important at all. It's like Sunday league,
Yeah. I mean,
adult league.
I can't even accurately describe what that was.
It's like they got an adult league all star team and put it together.
Yeah, they're like, we don't have a real good league here in the country. Like, we don't have a solid professional league. So we just like put out a poll, a
Yeah,
survey, and asked people if how much they'd played before, and then we took the people that had
right,
played the most amount of soccer games in their life.
right. Which is probably a combined maybe 100. It had
It,
to be
I
the entire.
mean, yeah, if you, yeah, it looked like a combined 100 games had been played by all those players in the team
Yeah.
combined. Yeah, it was shocking. And then the whole country just has to sit there for the rest of the tournament while the actual teams play each other. And they're like, oh, like I just imagine being like a new, like you are getting into soccer because the World Cup's coming into your country, which that's why they go to these places. It's to spread
Yeah,
soccer to these other countries.
yeah,
Fantastic. Love that. I just imagine being a fan, like a soccer fan in Qatar, a new fan, because the World
yeah.
Cup's coming to your country. You're trying to get involved in the game, and you go to they go to the first game, and
And they lose.
Ecuador destroys
Or-
you,
Yeah.
and
And you're
then
just like,
you're
well,
like,
and then you maybe come back because you think, okay, everyone has a bad
right,
game.
yeah, it's
No.
one game, yeah,
Back. Second game, lose
again,
again. And then you're like,
and then the third
uh,
game, you're like, oh boy,
yeah,
let's go home.
yeah, yeah. Pack it up. We gotta go.
Yeah,
So it's like when you invite like
oh
your
my
little
god,
sister or little brother to come play a game with you and like all your older friends, and they just decimate them. That's exactly what it
yeah,
was like.
yeah, it's so fun to watch.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, so I think that covers the World Cup. What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Overall, what do you give this World Cup? In term, we're just looking at on field. This is the one time that off the pitch is only
yeah,
looking at on the
on the,
pitch
I
things.
would give it an A, honestly.
A?
The
Yeah.
on the pitch play
Yes.
was
Yes.
great. Like it was
Yes.
just so fun to watch. It nobody looked well besides Qatar. Nobody looked rusty. They all looked like they knew how to
even
play.
even Costa Rica, who lost their first game 6-2,
Hmm.
still almost made it through their group on the final day.
Yeah, yeah,
So
crazy.
yeah, it was incredible. Well, this was fun. I hope this
Yeah,
was enjoyable for people watching.
yeah,
Something a little different, and we might, we're experimenting. We're trying new things.
yeah.
Coming up on New Year's Eve, be sure to come right back here to the channel. We've got a New Year's Eve 2022 recap special. So another
Yeah.
special edition of Off the Pitch. So we got two special editions to end the year.
It's the
So
holiday season.
yeah, I'm excited.
Woo.
Hope you all have a very happy holidays.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Happy
Merry-
Hanukkah, Merry Chrysler, whatever it is that you celebrate.
Yeah.
Happy Toyotathon.
Yep.
Um, um, But yes, shout out to Messi,
Yeah.
especially Messi and not Ronaldo. And I think we can all agree there's only one goat now, and it's a Bubakar for that scoop because that was insane. I still can't get
Yeah.
over it. That was the most ridiculous thing. Oh my god.
That's not like no, he did not just do that. He did it.
Oh man. Well, Sarah, send us off. Tell the people what do they need to do.
Need to like, follow. You can comment and subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and our Facebook.
All the
Dot.
links are in the description and
Yeah.
the website soccershop.online, baby. We've
New
got a
website.
we got a really
Looks
good response. Every week has grown from the week before, so keep it coming. We love it. That just allows us to do bigger and better things and
yes.
give you guys more stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
might be a giveaway coming at the first of the year. Maybe some sales, some big sales coming up. So who knows? Hint, hint, wink, wink, cough, cough.
Right.
No, but seriously,
Yeah.
make sure the notifications are on because when we do the giveaways and stuff, it'll be first come, first served.
Yep.
And the sales as well. Like once the supplies are out, supplies are out. And we just restocked Argentina gear.
Yes.
So
It,
we got a
sure did.
full Argentina stock now. It might be gone by the time you're seeing this.
Yes.
But
So
if there's anything left, you'll know because we'll
run
post it
very,
on social media.
yeah, run very quickly.
Click the link in the description. It'll have I'll have a link down below with all of the Argentina products that we have available. So click that
Yeah.
link. It'll also tell you if they're in stock or not. So you can shop
Yeah.
right there on the website, or if you want to come pick it up at the store, you can. But hurry,
Yeah,
because that
good.
Argentina stuff is going fast.
Yes. Yes. Don't even run. Just fly to the store.
Fly. Get your jetpack out of the closet. I know you got a jetpack in there. Get your
Right.
jetpack out of the closet
You gotta come. You
and
gotta
get
come.
down to Soccer Shop.
Yeah.
Any final words to send the people off before the holiday break before New Year's?
Hope you guys have a happy holiday. Stay safe. Stay blessed. And yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody.
Hey, yes, yes, yes. Awesome. We will see you on New Year's Eve right here
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel.
Bye, guys.
All right, sweet.